Got your bell rung pretty good there. Pop right back up. How's the first day of having all the pads back on?
Day one? Yeah, I mean, I just hit the ground pretty hard. I got right back up. Coach has been telling me that's an issue I've been having, so I got to try and improve that as much as I can.
When it comes to that kind of physicality, when you can show that, how much confidence does it give you, and kind of to set the tone as well that, if you can get hit, clocked, and get back up, what does it kind of show to the other guys that they can kind of do the same?
Right now, I'm a vet in the room now, so, I got to set the tone for the younger guys. Younger men who look up to me and us in the room, me, Sauce, and Darius. If I hit the ground and go down and stay down there too long, they're probably wouldn't see, it'd be a bad image on them, if that makes sense.
You like that role?
Yeah, I do. I love that role.
What are your thoughts on just the wide receiver room as a whole, just the talent that y'all bring to the seasons, the team this year?
I think we're gonna have a big year, especially with everyone coming back, especially the biggest pieces in the room coming back. I feel like the sky's the limit for us, especially with Maalik. Back there, he got the arm to throw anywhere on the field at any time, any given time, and we have the receivers for it. We get that job done.
Where do you prefer to line up? Do you like being out wide? Do you like the slot? What do you like about each?
It's a good question. I like the slot a little bit more. I feel like me getting time to read the defense and seek out where I can sit in certain zones, and I feel like I can be more savvy in the slot. But I do love the outside as well, because every receiver wants to be an X. You know what I'm trying to say? To show they can win those one-on-ones when it counts.
Just your thoughts on kind of fall practice. You guys are now about a little over a weekend. Do you feel like you guys are starting to get a handle of getting back, kind of full speed? And do you feel like, the last 4 practices, you guys have been beating the defense, losing the defense, and where do you feel like you guys still want to improve upon right now?
I feel like our biggest improvement in the room is trying to keep everyone healthy. We have some people going down every other day, it seems like, defense and offense. And I feel like if we compete and keep each other healthy, that'd be the biggest improvement this fall.
Do you mind going over the middle? Do you take that on, or fear that shot when you're not looking?
Nah, I don't mind, as long as I try and get the ball. My job is to catch the ball, and if the hit comes, hit comes. If I can stay up and score, that's the end goal. But I don't mind.
What do you think of the development of this receiver room year over year?
Repeat that.
Over the last year, how have you seen this receiver room develop?
I feel like we developed in a more of a veteran way, if that makes sense. A lot of us are getting older and starting to understand the different levels and tiers of being a receiver at this point. A lot of us last year didn't get to play that much. A lot of us, we were getting our feet wet. But I feel like this year, we understand it now. With a quarterback like Maalik that came in from different programs, especially teaching us things he learned at other programs. I feel like that's probably the biggest piece. And he could teach us things we never knew, especially with Coach Pat coming in and giving us his knowledge. He's a great coach. The sky's the limit for us.
You brought up Maalik a couple of times now without us asking. Does he just change the feeling in the room? Does it feel like he's just raised the bar for what is possible for this offense?
Yes, I feel like he does, especially with now being able to run certain routes. And I know he can get the ball there and know the timing of how he sees it, not just how I see it. I feel like that's the biggest piece for him, because, he know what it's supposed to look like and how certain routes and where the ball is supposed to be. And I feel like me going in the huddle, in and out the huddle, trusting him to where exactly I needed the ball is the biggest thing.
How's that development progressed with that connection?
Through spring ball?
Yeah, just from there to fall and just figuring out where you need to be, knowing where he wants it and how he wants it to be.
That's a good question. Spring ball, as you can see, we missed a lot of deep balls. We didn't really connect because we didn't know where he wanted to place the ball. And I feel like this offseason we worked on that day and night, over the shoulders, where he's gonna place the ball when we stacked the DB. That was the biggest thing, especially seeing us connect now this fall. Was the biggest thing.
Coach Gunderson was saying he kind of had to pull you guys back because it was too many days a week, 6 days a week. You guys were out working with
Maalik. Yeah. That's the goal. Yeah.
Do you notice more of an emphasis on the deep ball because he can throw deep and you got speed on you guys?
Yeah, and I felt like Coach Gundy wanted to let us loose last year, and We just didn't have the arm talent for it. But I know with Maalik and Barrio back there, I can really launch it. And Coach Gundy having confidence in them and confidence in us, especially, is big for us in the room. Okay, you know, every receiver wants to show they're deep threats.
Yeah.
That's what everyone wants to be, and I feel that's who we are.
It does. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Coach Fentz, brought you in. What has Coach now McCann brought to you guys maybe different?
Two completely different coaching styles. I feel like for the guys in the room, the best in the room, that was coached by Fence and coached by Coach Pat. Bringing those two together is the biggest thing, because there's a lot of things I really understand with Coach Fence, which now I understand with Coach Pat.
Just a different way, a different terminology.
Yeah, it's a different terminology, But they're both great coaches. I mean, I wouldn't trade them for anyone else, and I'm just happy he's here.
You mentioned Jabari. It does seem like the ball's coming out of his hand a little differently this fall than it has in the past. Are you guys seeing that, and the improvement? What improvement has he made in terms of getting you the ball?
I feel like he's been doing good, as you guys can see. He's been with us, working with us, working on our timing. Because I felt like last year we were just practicing, coming out of practice and not getting extra work. When after practice, that's where you're gonna connect and feel the timing of certain routes.
Any story behind the jersey number change?
Yeah, my mom's favorite number is 3. So, yeah, she's a big three fan. So
Was
taking it for her.
Tristan grateful he got 10 back from his high school days?
Yeah.
Why does she like 3? What's the history there?
I don't know. I just asked her, I said, "Hey mom, like, what's your favorite number?" She was like, "I like 3." I said, "Okay, I got you."
Big Allen Iverson fan, I guess.
Yeah.